Hey everyone, this is Siddharthas here. I wanted to do a expansion mod trader video to kind of go along with the one I learned how to implement trader mod. I learned from a video from TheWomberchomby. I'll put his video in the link description, or video link in the description below. But basically, I want to go over how to basically do a whole customized trader that completely different from the one that expansion mod gives you, and how to really customize it to your own liking. This is going to be pretty unscripted, so we'll just go right into it. Basically, there's I think like 4 or 5 files, maybe wrong, but 4 or 5 files that you need to make sure it all works together. If you want to learn how to get all these files and implement them correctly and then change them, like I said, check out the video in the description. But for now, let's go into how to set up these files. So the first file you want to make sure you have is a trader zone file. This basically outlines the zone in which the traders will reside. I believe it mainly does it for price listing. Basically, if there's, say, for example, you have 2 traders that sell the same thing, and you have a stock limit of 2 items. So say you have 2, say your trader zone is only allowed to have 2 pieces of rope, and you have 2 traders that sell a piece of rope. Well, if one trader buys it, the other trader's stock also has to be upgraded or updated to reflect that. So that's the main reason for my understanding of the actual trader zone. But I like to think of it kind of like as a safe zone. It's not a safe zone, but it's kind of like a safe zone. Basically, so the trader zone file located profiles, expansion mod, trader zones. This is for my safe trader. Here's the coordinates. Here's its radius. Here's its name. I haven't seen this name really make any difference in game because I have a trader marker or a map marker for that. And then this is it's buy and sell percent. You buy it for everything for 100% and you sell it for 50%. This is all that, like I said, that checking and making sure that there's a rope and someone's bought it from another trader type of thing. But that's really all you need right here. Is you need to set your trader zone of where you want it to encompass. I made my trader zone match my safe zone, but that's a separate entity that you don't really need for trader mods or the trader mod. Next, you need an actual interactable item. That is actually located back up in your missions folder under your mission folder under expansion and traders. Objects, I'm not going to get into because it, again, doesn't matter for objects. It's just kind of like what's placed around the traders, like quality of life type things. But your traders file actually houses the interactable items. So if we open this up, you can see here that I've got expansion trader Ava dot military gear clothing. I'll explain that here in a little bit. Gives me the coordinates and the rotation where she's at, and then also what she's wearing. Getting back to the name, though, the dot military underscore gear underscore clothing, that references the next file you need. That is actually the name of the, I guess when you press F, when you walk up to this trader and you press F, the next file is what you're presented with. It lists all of the items that this trader will have. And that is located back down under Profiles, Expansion Mod, and Traders. So if we go find the military gear clothing file and open it up, here it is. I'm not going to talk about currencies in this. You can check the expansion wiki on how to implement currencies. But when you approach Ava here, you're going to visibly see this as the display name. It's going to have an icon. You can choose the icons again. Check the expansion wiki. And then it's also going to, when you press F, you're going to be presented with these categories. So example, the military bags. Again, just like in the previous two connections, how this links to this file name. This links to your categories file name. I call them categories, but it's in the market. These are your markets. And you can have as many as you want, and you can have them, you can have the same category on extra traders. It does, it can potentially mess with what you have to sell, but as long as you implement it right, you shouldn't have any problems. So example, the military bags here is under profiles, expansion mod, market. Scroll down, military bags, and then it lists out all of the items. These are all the items within that category from that trader. So when you open up, go back through it again. You get to this area, you're in the zone, you don't need to worry about that. You approach the trader at this coordinate, you get presented with the F to interact or whatever. It's going to bring up your main menu on that trader, listing all the categories. And then say you want to go buy a bag, well, you expand out the bag section, and you're presented with all of these options for bags. Most of mine I have condensed, so like for the Alice bag here, you click on the Alice bag, you can buy the ATAX version of it straight off the bat. But if you click on it and go in game down here to the corner, you can select from all these variables or skin types. In my example, I have unlimited stock, so like it says to do in the expansion wiki, set your stock threshold max and min to the same, and you will have unlimited stock. One's just the easiest thing to set it to. I think you can change it to any number. I think the expansion wiki just says to do 1. And then, for example, my trader zone, you buy everything at 100% and you sell it at 50%. So if I buy this Alice bag, it's worth, I buy it for 2,000 and I sell it for 1,000. This is just denoting its maximum minimum price based on stock, like what's available. But if you can set these the same, it doesn't affect it, but it works off of this math right here. So buy it for 100% price, sell it for 50% price. Set them both the same. You don't got to worry about that. Don't got to do math. Just divide by 2. Then I guess you do have to do math. So yeah, that's really a cut and dry on how you do it. Have a trader zone. List out your NPCs or vending machines or whatever you want to make them. This is your interactable items. This is what the interactable item presents you as your list of categories. This is how this is the currencies that it accepts and barters with. And this is what each category has in it. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks.